Okay, I think we're live. Uh,
Oh my gosh!
we're back. It's been almost a
A
month.
month?
Almost a month.
Some things have happened,
Things,
namely brain rotting.
maybe brain
And
rotting. How many times have we watched Kung Fu Panda in the last?
I'm pretty
week?
sure we have watched the Kung Fu Panda movies, specifically the first two together. Um, it's gotta be bordering on like 15 now,
So,
right? In the last month, that's an
so
insane
what? Puss in
ratio.
Boots came out. Last Wish, which was a phenomenal movie.
10 out of 10, baby.
It really just shows DreamWorks crushing it this year, or last year technically, with Bad Guys and Last Wish. But it was so good that it reminded us that Kung Fu Panda is also really fucking good. So we have been ADD hyperfixating on Kung Fu Panda 1 and 2 to the point where we're now just not even watching the movie, we're just fucking voicing the
we're-
whole goddamn
We're
thing
just
ourselves.
quoting it pretty well. I mean, the first movie we basically have down, like just down. Second movie, you be pretty close,
Yeah,
pretty
so
close on the second one.
that's been phenomenal.
It's hard to play a funny lawyer game when you're thinking about Kung Fu Pandas doing their little panda thing.
Okay. All right. So Ace Attorney.
Anyways,
Anyway.
Apollo Justice.
Apollo Justice.
More like Apollo Just You.
I don't remember a goddamn thing that we've been doing.
Before I accidentally spoil, we are still on the case where Phoenix got fucking launched 40 feet by a car,
Phoenix
right?
got ran over is fine, apparently.
Well, you know how he is.
And
Can
we're
you
trying
open
to
the
figure out.
Open the court record real quick so I can see what our evidence is, so I know what we got. Right. Okay. Yeah. Because we broke into the clinic and we stole a bunch of stuff.
Okay.
If you need any reminders as we go along, I will help you because I remember.
It's been a minute.
I think you'll slowly remember again.
This is it. I don't remember my voice, but this is the big day. Did you get any sleep? You've been sleeping for a month. A month, Apollo.
Oh man. Yeah, I went to bed at 1 a.m. in January or so.
Man, I wish I could hibernate like that. Oh, what time did you wake up?
Just now.
Oh!
3 a.m.
February.
That's only 2 hours and a month apart, Apollo. But at least you have me.
Hey, that's actually what's happening in real life right now.
This is my stand. The amazing Mr. Hat.
Sounds like a stand name.
It does.
Mr. Hat.
Specifically, it sounds like the English copyright-free version of an actual stand name.
Oh,
You did like a really
did.
posh accent.
Oh God. Fuck, I don't remember.
Do another posh
All right.
accent.
New voice. Here we go. Shit. Fuck. Here's looking at you, kid.
I think that's close enough. Pyrus?
Papyrus?
Good luck today, Apollo. It's Papyrus.
Papyrus from
Papyrus,
Papyrus
right.
Undertale.
It's either Papyrus or... I mean, not Papyrus. It's either
voice.
Phoenix or... Yeah. See, up there on
Yeah.
his hat, it says Pa. Papyrus.
Hey, get any sleep? Mr. Right! I was going out of my mind with boredom, so I signed myself out early today. Somehow that place makes fake piano playing at the
Indochinese.
Indochine.
Like
oh.
Indo-Chinese.
No, I don't.
Oh,
I'll be
okay.
honest. I don't know. Playing at the Indochine pasta joint seemed almost fun.
Daddy, do you know who Prosecutor Gavin's witness is today?
Taking a guess?
Pyrus? Sans. Actually, it's probably Little Plum. Sans could be it, though.
That Sherman tank of a mom? Nope. Guess again.
I don't get that
Is it
reference.
him?
That's too bad, you know.
Wait.
Speaking of mom,
When he got ran over, was he flung high enough into the air that he
Yeah.
could see the murder?
You know who else got flung high?
You know who
could see the
else
horror?
got flung high in the
My
air? My mom! Too bad.
I already said it.
You need to find me a new mommy one of these days, Daddy.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I'm gay.
It's barely morning, and you're at it already, Trucy?
Yeah, your next mommy is gonna be named Edgeworth.
Edgeworth.
He just said that to her.
Okay. See, this is why I don't buy their father-daughter relationship. So, Mr. Wright, do you know who the prosecution's witness is? Alita Tiala, your client's fiancée. She's going to be a witness?
What do you remember about this bitch? See, give you a rundown.
She may or may not have something to do with the murder. We suspect that she's the one who broke into the office.
Yes.
And didn't get into the safe?
Yeah.
What did she take from the office?
So let me just give a rundown. So yeah, she's his fiance. She's also the one who like came and actually got you on the case.
Right.
But what the key important elements are that when we went into the office, we found out one, her sandals were in there.
Right.
And the footprint on the sandals matched the slipper at the crime scene from the clinic. And we also learned from the safe and some reports that she was the nurse present during the evaluation where the dude learned about the bullet.
The botched surgery.
Yeah, the surgery that never really happened. And she was there, she knew, and immediately after she proposed to him.
Right.
Or asked to be his girlfriend.
Right, because he's on death's door, essentially.
Yeah.
And so our theory is that she's marrying him to get at his money when he dies? Or something like that?
Yeah, basically the equivalent of marrying an old dude, except marry a young dude who's gonna die.
Marry a young dude who's gonna die.
Ill, yeah. But yeah, so that's what we've got so far. There's our suspicions.
All right.
I think you remember well enough.
But that seems odd. Why would she testify against her own fiance?
But the question is, we still don't know why she broke into the office, because it's not like she could get into the safe or anything.
No.
She just did.
We do not.
But we got in because we were cool.
Because we had cocaine.
You have to wonder what Gavin's up to. Yeah. Yeah, we do.
I'm wondering too, man.
Something's going down today, that much is clear.
Well, not to worry. Right. Hey, Apollo. Panties.
Oh.
I've got my panties back. I'm gonna keep saying it until you fucking pass out. If we can't find a killer, I'll pull one out of there.
What?
That's messed up.
Please,
You
no.
keep serial killers in your underwear?
No, no.
Quick question out
let's
there.
not do
Is
that.
there any girl who actually says panties? Saying this as a girl, I've never said panties. I've always called them underwear. I don't understand.
I've never called it panties either. Just being, it just
The
makes me
words,
feel
the
uncomfortable.
It's not even really uncomfortable. It's like a weird word, man.
Court is now in session for the trial of Walkie Kitaki. God, that name is stupid.
It's a candy brand.
The defense is ready, Your Honor. Oh, God.
Okay. Slight German accent, correctly.
Prosecution is warmed up, and it's a sold-out house.
Very well. To recap, while yesterday's witness seemed more guilty than any other party,
Guilty of panty snatching.
we did find out one thing for certain. There were 3 people in the park at the time of the murder. The witness, the victim, and the defendant.
Correct, Herr Judge. And today, I'd like to do something a little new age. I'd like to look at this horrible crime from the outside. The outside?
We're going to the garden.
The acquisition of the murder weapon, the preparation for the act. Our poor defendant told all, you see. To his betrothed.
His betrove?
He's so
Those were
gay.
illegal in 7 provinces.
What about the other 2?
Well, we're not in those.
His fiancée, Herr Judge. His partner for life, with no chance for parole.
Very well. You may show the, lucky lady? Is it lady? Yes, lady to the stand.
Don't want to misgender people.
I don't misgender people. I'm a good
extremely
judge.
respectful.
I'm really good at my judging.
Oh, the shit!
Gender.
Oh shit! That came out wrong.
Your name and occupation, Fraulein?
Alita Tiala. My occupation? his future wife.
Bullshit, not a real occupation, Your Honor.
I'll allow it. Traditional values. I respect that.
He's trying to pretend he's straight still.
A woman who is at home all the time, right? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Those home things, I think.
Home thing. What do women do at home? Are they at home? They're at home, right?
What?
They don't have like a garden or something.
What do women?
What do women do?
What are women?
There's a book. I bet there's a book titled that. What do women do?
Too many brides these days. We need more grooms. Can't even weave baskets blindfolded underwater.
What?
Okay, so there's a joke. My dad explained this to me. 'Cause
Okay.
You'll see this joke made in several pieces of media. I think basket weaving class, like underwater basket weaving, is a term for like those college classes that are completely useless that you only take for the credits. And they're always some random shit like basket weaving or whatever. So for some reason, underwater basket weaving specifically is a very common reference from like,
Okay.
I don't know. Listen, this is what I
That's-
remember from what my dad explained.
All right.
He said it's a his generation kind of joke.
Yet you're here today as a witness for the prosecution. Surprising.
To be honest, I didn't want to testify at first. But I couldn't hide the truth.
AKA an attorney at law was getting too close to the truth, and now you're having to protect yourself.
Maybe. No one ever said that.
Honestly, another admirable trait. I think. Not sure. What is women in society? What are women?
Fraulein, is it true that on the day of the crime,
Are women just
the
pretty
defendant, Walkie Kataki, confessed his plans? His plans for murder. Boom, 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 boom.
Do, 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 do.
Doo-doo-doo.
Yes.
The witness will please give her testimony to the court immediately.
By the way,
Why did I yell that?
instead of saying yes, she just did the do, 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 do,
Doo-doo-doo. Walkie's plan.
It was the day that the family health checkup results came back.
Pause. Let's do a refresh of our evidence.
We got the badge.
So we got a badge. Not helpful. We have a map that shows the area. There's where the murder took place. There's Wright's office and Kentucky Mansion, as well as the clinic over there. All right. Car torn off, hit Mr. Wright. Fits Maractus Clinic. So is that the clinic head hit? Likely hit Phoenix.
It is implied, yes.
Yeah. The Elda Noodle Bowl, decorated with his noodles.
Oui.
Noodles.
Oh yeah, noodles.
Noodles. There's her panties. You have a cell phone.
And belong to
Property
the
of
guy. Yeah.
the penny thief.
The fucking weirdo. Yeah.
Fingerprint
The
stuff.
cocaine.
The autopsy report, cause of death, a single bullet to the right temple. Right. If he was hurt. Oh yeah, because there was a sound that made him turn and look, and he got shot. I remember this. A shiv found at the crime scene. Why? If he died from gunshot, why does he have
Why
a
was he
knife?
using a knife? Yeah.
Noodle stand. Victim died pulling it. Found a trash can. Results of a checkup performed in June. Metallic object found near the heart.
And you're to blame.
You give love a bad name.
Yeah.
There's the murder weapon. 2 rounds were fired. Fingerprints were wiped. But everyone only ever heard one, right?
Yes, I believe so.
Slippers used. Patient clinic. Big toe print found on the left slipper. There's matches or sandals. Also has the print. The lamp. Broken bulb. Red stain on the cord. Did we ever learn what that was?
Zoomed in.
I'm
Can we
gonna
see it?
flop this really quick.
I don't recall if we ever learned what it is. No.
Yeah, I can't really look at it either.
It is important, though.
I mean, I would assume as
But
much.
I don't believe we actually ever learned. I think that's our last. No.
Found Mark signed by Nurse Alita. Oh yeah, this is the proof that she knew about his condition.
Yeah, she was literally the nurse. She was one of the first
And
hands.
then this was a bullet retrieved from Maractus Clinic. Oh, so this is likely the first bullet from the pistol.
And it was found inside the safe.
It was found in the safe.
Which implies it was fired
while the safe was open. Okay. Alright. Caught up. Unless I want to look at who. Noodle guy.
Noodles.
Noodle.
Is that our trigger word?
And Maractus.
Male. Look at that dude's face. Eternal frown.
What's the Stickler, the panty thief. Who's the Right's physician? Who's the clinic head?
Maractus, that guy, the mean bitch sideways. Other sideways. Up there. Right, but yeah.
Oh. Yeah, director, okay. Okay, so he also knew about the
Yes.
Oh, right. Okay. Alright, I'm caught up.
Right.
The day that the family health checkup results came back, when Rocky found out that Dr. Maractus had lied, he flew into a rage. I'll teach him, he said. He took one of the family's pistols. And you already know what happened that night. I just don't see how anyone but Walkie could have done it.
So, the pistol did belong to the Kitaki family then?
Yeah, we did know that, yes. Yes. With regards to this, an investigation is underway at the Kitaki mansion on charges of possession of illegal firearms. Because this is not America, let me remind you.
No, this is Japanica.
This is Japanica, where gun control is in action. And gun violence is rare.
Except in this game.
Except in this game.
We got all the crazy stuff.
Under the boat?
Except this game is the only gun violence that ever happens in the whole country. It never happens anywhere else.
And the
Phoenix is
bullet
one
that
of
took
gun
the
lords.
victim's life, was it?
Fired from the pistol the defendant procured, then this has been proven.
How can you prove something like that?
With magic and intuition. Bullets carry markers
Oh.
from the barrel that fired them, called rifling marks.
Right.
Think of them as being a gun's fingerprint, left on every bullet it fires.
Although in recent years has come under fire for not being as accurate as we once thought. Fun fact.
Oh no, it's almost like when you machine a rifle, if you use the same machine, the rifling can be very similar.
Yeah, so
Mm.
I believe in recent years they've been trying to pull back a bit on that and trying to find other
Right.
identifiers.
Right.
Anyways,
Alright, and when did you first hear about Walkie's plan?
It was the day of the murder.
The day of.
The murder. I should have stopped him. I just didn't think he would actually do it.
You know what I'm wondering?
what?
I'm wondering if she wanted to kill Maractus because he because maybe he agreed to actually fixing Walkie.
Mm-hmm.
Because I bet that night when he confronted him with the knife, Maractus was maybe more willing to do the operation. She wouldn't let that happen because she
Mhm.
wants him to die so she can get the inheritance. Just food for thought, I guess.
Very well. The defense may begin the cross-examination.
Ching ching.
Boom, 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 boom.
Alrighty.
Boom, 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 boom. Oh right, I have my looked intensely at your face
I
button.
have my stare button.
That was the day of the murder, correct?
Yes. Everyone in the family received their checkup results that day. When Walkie looked at his face went so pale.
But of course, he had just found out he had a bullet in his chest. So you were there at the time.
Yes. Poor Walkie. walkie-talkie.
Flew into a rage. That must have been, quite frightening.
Thunderbolts and lightning. He was furious. He ripped his report up into shreds.
Who says that like this?
That's why I'm making her voice have a little. She's like,
Why their finger? Who does that with their fingers when they're telling a horrible story?
only evil
Only
anime,
evil
only
people.
evil anime kitty
Evil
girls.
anime people.
Specifically evil anime girls.
Incidentally, I had to request another copy to file as evidence. A bothersome chore, but one I performed without complaint.
You just complained.
You just complained about it, dude.
In the same sentence.
Walkie's at an age where he's hard to control when he loses his temper. Of course, that little bit of instability is so cute.
Is it?
I love how she says it like she's way older than him.
Great. Now he sounds like a psychopath.
Sure are helping.
So, is it easy to take a pistol from the house?
Not really, I think. There's a system in place to limit access. But Walkie's a special case, being the next in line.
Perhaps his treatment was a bit too special, yeah?
Well, maybe he is a bit spoiled. I hear he got amazing presents for his birthdays.
Like? You better give
Hot
examples.
Wheels, bitches!
Oh my god, he got Hot Wheels?
Last year was a switchblade made out of chewing gum and a chocolate gravestone.
That seems kind of basic, honestly.
Sounds like he has a taste for sweets. And danger.
Danger!
Danger! What's your name?
The point here being that Walkie had access to a pistol. Just right? Right? I'm on track?
Yes, Judge, you're on track.
Oh my god.
Oh, thank God.
I thought it was a fucking...
You'd be surprised how many times I completely lose what the hell's going on. I had a crazy dream where I was in, like, the medieval times and people were doing magic. Crazy.
Anyways.
Anyway.
Back to my job. What happened? Meaning the murder?
I tried to stop him. I really, really did. But Walkie wouldn't listen.
Our defendant was nothing if not determined, it seems.
The last thing you should do is blame yourself, miss.
Judge, please. Stop.
I'm trying.
I'm trying!
Anyone but Walkie could have done it. How can you say that for certain? How? Herr Forehead, you will refrain from badgering the Fraulein. It was the defendant, Walkie, was it, who took the pistol from his home. We know this for a fact now. Do we? Wait, do we?
Do we?
We don't! Fingerprints were wiped! We have no idea who was holding the pistol. We
Yeah,
have no
my
direct
dude.
connection.
I suppose we do?
Do we? So how could anyone else have used this pistol to shoot the victim? They could not. Simple logic, yeah?
That does seem to be the case. Just going along with whatever he says. Does the defense have anything to say regarding this point?
Could someone else have used the pistol? There was another.
Another.
Based on your testimony, there was clearly another. One other person who had access to the pistol. What's this?
Interesting. Let's ask the defense then. Tell the court who this other person with access was.
Her, right? She's fiance to the guy who has access and can very easily get it herself as well?
Mm-hmm.
Well, of course. I mean, you, Miss Tiala.
Me? But why?
You were quite clear when you told the court. You heard about the pistol from the defendant on the day of the murder. In other words, you knew what he was planning. Let me get this straight. You intend to tell us that this lady stole the pistol from her fiancé and killed a man in cold blood on his behalf? No. I've heard of people doing strange things for love, but this...
It does seem a bit unfathomable.
Unfathomable.
That word that I said. To be sure, I'm all for romance and for supporting your partner in life.
Get right, anyways.
Get right, but I think I would hesitate at murder.
I'd hope you'd do more than hesitate.
Unless it's a hot fictional
But what if
anime
a different
guy.
connection could be proven? A connection between the witness and the victim. We might find that she had a personal motive beyond wanting to help her fiancé. That would put things in a slightly different light. What possible connections are you suggesting here?
You know what I'm starting to think? I'm starting to think that the police never looked inside that fucking safe. Dumb bitches.
I have evidence showing a connection between the witness, Miss Tiala, and the victim.
By the way, Judge,
the checkup
murder
report.
is fine if it's a hot anime guy.
Pretty certain, right? Is it the checkup report?
No,
No,
it's
it's-
actually late. It's the farther down. That one.
This one.
Walkie's chart that shows the nurse.
Signed by Nurse Alita. Yep. There it is.
That looks like a medical chalk?
Does.
Chalk? Medical
Chalk.
chalk.
Sounds fun. Medical chalk.
Good.
Found inside a safe at Maractus Clinic. I'd like to draw the court's attention to the names written on the chart.
What?
Names. I can't
James
read.
Cameron?
He made another what?
He made another what?
And he's going to make 4 more. Oh, I'm gonna be
Oh
sick.
my
I'm gonna
God.
be sick.
Oh wait, this isn't the medical chart. This is
This is a promotion for Avatar 2.
Miss Tiana. Whatever. Why is your name on this chart?
Shit. Well, care to explain the meaning of this, Miss
She just pulls out
Tiala?
a Glock and shoots Apollo square in the head.
Game over.
I'm not sure what you mean by meaning, Mr. Justice.
A warm little fiance just froze over.
I was on staff at that clinic until half a year ago.
Wait a minute. What's the date on the checkup? Performed in June.
We gotta check when the murder was so we know what today, where we are.
June 14th.
Now go back and let's see the other chart that we gave the judge and see what that says. Because we've got June for the recent checkup results.
Doesn't say.
Well, no, check it. Say
Male. It doesn't look like there's a date.
okay.
But this is the examination
Yeah.
record from the checkup,
Yeah, so it should
which
be
happened
somewhat recent.
14 days ago.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So for now, let's keep that in mind.
Walkie's checkup. Walkie Kentucky, age 19, report filed, attack object found near. Yeah, it found June
Yeah.
14th. She
Yeah.
was there for it. She knew about it.
Yeah.
If it was found June 14th, and here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this is when it was found. It was found on June 14th, which is 14 days ago. That's not half a year.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. Lies. Lies in the house of God.
It was boring, so I quit.
The fuck is that face? Get that face out here.
That's all. Is there a problem with that?
Miss Tiala.
You're becoming so
You
suspicious.
testified that you had no connection to the victim.
And I don't. Now. Bitch.
Now?
I quit half a year ago, didn't I? So there's no connection.
That's not true.
Let me guess. You're the kind of guy who can't rest until he knows every last detail of his girlfriend's past.
Well, in cases like
well,
this, yeah,
when
sure.
she's being accused of murder.
And also, here's the thing. Half a year ago, I still consider that a connection. For instance, if I quit my job and then 6 months later my manager dies, I would say that I have a connection to the manager. Like,
Am I right?
That's not true at all. Why I embrace the ones I love.
What the fuck was that, Judge?
he's thinking
There's
about
no
his husbands.
connection now? That doesn't fly in the court of law.
Exactly. Doesn't fly.
It casually walks in the court of law. He's one tough nut. He probably feels right at home with the Kitakis. You left your job at the Maractus Clinic, true. But you remained connected somehow.
Very well, Mr. Justice. Show us the evidence that proves the witness is still connected to the Maractus Clinic.
Still connected. The shoes, which were left at the clinic.
Retrieve from... Yeah, I was originally going to go with the slippers, but...
Well, no, the shoes first, and then probably the slippers placing her at the crime scene.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Right?
Yeah. Should we save just in case?
No.
No.
Pretty confident.
Okay,
in that.
good.
These sandals were found in the Maractus Clinic lobby. They're yours, aren't they?
Fuck!
Shit, I mean.
What? Who knows? I'm sure there are lots of people with those sandals.
No. So sorry, Fraulein, but your act isn't working. Your moment of hesitation just now cost you.
Well, what's with you? I thought you were on my side.
Perhaps you are unaware that toes leave toe prints. A simple analysis of these sandals will reveal all.
Well, now we see your true colors. I was wrong to cooperate with you from the beginning. I just wanted you to get Walkie back on the straight and narrow.
This court thinks you need to worry less about Walkie and more about yourself. Zing!
Oh, got him.
It sounds as though we need to hear a bit more about your story.
Your sandals were found in the entrance to the clinic, which means you went there on the day of the murder.
Well, there's little point in denying it.
Very well. The witness will tell us about this visit. Why did you go to the Maractus Clinic that day?
I did go to the clinic that day. My first time in half a year since I quit in January.
That's bullshit.
Giving us a date.
That's bullshit, right? That's not the
I
straight
went
and
to warn
narrow.
him after all. I knew Walkie had the pistol. The doctor always was a timid man. Too timid to admit his own mistake. Why else would I have gone? I'm not hiding any dark secrets.
Wow, you fucking just say it out loud and proud.
I wanted to tell him to be
I'm not
careful as an
hiding
old friend.
anything.
No, police
Nothing is
officer.
hiding here.
No, officer, I don't have weed.
I absolutely do not have a gun in my back pocket currently right now that almost looks like a dildo.
I don't know about you, but in America, you couldn't even get past the first 2 words before getting shot.
What? Sorry, officer?
Yeah. He was sassing.
He was sassing.
And you-
He was resisting
And
arrested.
you shot him for that. Yes!
Yes, it's dangerous, man.
By mistake, you mean the mistake we heard about from the defendant? The botched operation.
He was a timid, small man, but I never wished him harm. I just thought I should let him know. You know.
You know?
You know?
I guess that does make sense. Can never tell these days.
Yes, but there's still one thing which does not.
What's that, Prosecutor Gavin?
The sandals left in the lobby, of course. We can assume she wore these sandals to the clinic, yeah? Then why did she not wear them home? If it were me, I would have worn them home.
I would have worn these sandals home too. They're very nice sandals.
Give me a little hype.
So why were the sandals left behind? Point out the contradiction before me, god damn it.
Bitch. But I have the proof.
There's probably a good explanation for this, right, Miss Talia? Tiala? Shit. Say, for instance, there happened to be a similar pair of sandals there which you wore home by mistake.
Actually, that's right. I'm impressed, Mr. Gavin.
Oh, it is nothing. There is, after all, no other possible explanation, ja, forehead? What the? No fair. This is what I want to do. He's filling the holes in her testimony.
The defense may begin the cross-examination.
Bum, 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 bum. Go to the clinic that day. My first time in half a year since I quit in January. Why'd you quit? Around what time did you go to the clinic? The clinic.
I don't remember exactly, but it was after 9:30, I think.
Why are you reading about soup?
Here, you can watch it
No,
if
I
you really
don't.
want.
No, we're doing things.
I know.
We're doing
but
a
you
thing
took it
right
away.
now.
I don't remember exactly, but I think it was after 9:30.
I think maybe.
I think maybe perhaps.
And that was the first time you had contacted Dr. Marachnus in half a year?
outside cussing him in the GTA lobby. No, GTA lobby. I meant Call of Duty. Of course it was. He wasn't the kind of boss you made friends with.
So, why did you go to the clinic that day?
Oh, you know, girl stuff. Namely murder, but
Did you want Dr. Marachnus to run away?
well, after I failed to stop Walkie, I thought that was the only other way to avoid the problem.
Couldn't you have called? Why go in person?
I called several times that evening, but no one was in.
The victim? The victim was busy driving home until around 9 p.m. that night, remember? This was proven by the mirror yesterday, yeah?
I thought if I warned him, he would run away for sure. Knowing the doctor.
Too timid. Why is she touching me? You mean that act of malpractice on Walkie, correct?
If he had just told Walkie the truth in the beginning, none of this would have happened.
True. That operation was the start of this whole affair.
Oh, of course, if he'd told him, he might have been erased by the Katakis much earlier.
A disturbing thought.
Gonna file that one away for later.
We know that the Maractus Clinic had ties to the Kataki family. He probably couldn't have gone to the police, even if he wanted to.
That's why I knew I had to warn him. Yeah. I'm not hiding any dark secrets.
Why would you even say that?
Because I'm not.
No dark secrets? Why? Seriously, why say that?
What? Look at me however you want, Mr. Justice. You won't find a thing.
Except that
Don't-
weird twitch in your pinky!
What? Why are you looking at me
She's
so
hiding
closely?
something. I know it. Some dark secret. Must have some evidence that proves it, too.
You're free to think whatever you like. I went to that clinic with only one thought in mind. Murder.
Tell him to be careful, as an old friend.
Thought you said he
Wait.
wasn't the kind of manager you make friends with.
You just said he wasn't the kind of man you make friends with. But then you'd be betraying Walkie, wouldn't you?
No, I did it for him. For us.
She went to warn him so that her fiancé would not have to commit such a crime.
I didn't want them to take my walkie away. My walkie-talkie.
There's no way she went to that clinic just to warn him.
Do you know why she went, Apollo?
I'm gonna figure out what really happened at that clinic fast.
I think it was girl stuff, like murder.
Girl stuff.
Like murder.
What do I got? I got this. This ties her to the crime scene. If we need to do that. I'm not sure. careful as an old friend. Always had a timid man, too timid to admit his own mistakes. Do you have an example of him admitting his mistake?
I think so. Well, I guess when he gave the checkup, but...
Sam needed. Like ice cream. Active imagination. This is a toughie.
I don't...
Unless she was trying to get at the chart, which proved that she had a connection to the doctor.
True.
But we don't have proof that that's what she was going for.
But if we show it, will Apollo just...
No, because we've already shown it once before.
Yeah.
So everyone knows about this.
I'll admit, I don't remember.
Knew Walkie had the pistol. Like that day, my first time in half a year since I quit in January. Do you have anything that directly contradicts her quitting in January? I mean, this... Checkup performed in June. Object found near the heart.
You know, are we sure it's not the chart? Here.
Found in Marcus Clinic safe. Bullet lodged near heart. She signed it, which means she was working there in June when they first found it.
That's it. We have proof that...
Right, so would that be the chart or... No, it would be the other thing, because the other thing specifically says June. This specifically says June.
No, here's my thing. So go back to where she said I have no dark secrets or whatever. Because I'm pretty sure we do have to show the chart again. Oh no, the fourth one. Because here's the thing, she would have signed it.
Which means she was working there. Oh, okay. No, she was the chart, because she signed it, basically saying she knew about the bullet in the chest.
So she would want to get rid of it.
She was looking to get rid of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. This chart was found inside a safe in the doctor's office.
Yes.
Why would this one chart be in that safe? Miss Tiala, you know why it was, don't you?
Mind filling me in? I'm totally lost.
Dr. Maractus didn't have the leisure of making mistakes. That's why he wrote up a false report and kept the truth locked away. Bad Air Doctor. And this is where you come in, Miss Tiala. The nurse who filed this chart was you, which means you knew about Walkie's failed operation.
Interesting.
Do tell.
You were in the same position as Dr. Maractus. Kind of makes it hard to claim no connection, doesn't it?
You're bold for a novice, I'll give you that. Mr. Justice, you must know I was only a nurse. The doctor and responsible for the chart's content.
You signed it. Doesn't matter, you knew about it. You signed it.
This chart business seems to be quite important. Please amend your testimony accordingly.
Oh, she's gonna say the chart happened in January?
Too bad, little attorney.
It's her fingers.
Miss, can I please see your hand?
My bracelet! It's going! Ah!
Feel it.
You can feel it?
I felt my bracelet vibrate. It
Ew,
was-
don't tell me that. Your bracelet.
Just like yesterday, like you said. When a witness is unsure of something, their nervous habit gives them away.
But I can't see anything, Apollo.
Huh? What's my bracelet reacting to?
Wait, maybe...
Her heartbeat?
Yeah, that has to be it.
What?
Your senses, Apollo. They must be sharper than mine.
Huh?
I can't see it, but you can sense it.
I don't know about that, Trucy. I don't have some kind of special power or anything.
You have a magical fucking bracelet. I think you do, Apollo.
Yeah, he's got a magical bracelet.
There's a weak point somewhere in Miss Tiala's testimony.
Much is obvious.
But we don't know what her nervous habit is.
Then what do we do?
Get up close and examine that bitch. With your eyes. And your senses.
I can smell it. Whenever you're lying, you perspirate the smell of lemons.
Smell you from here.
Don't get so close, I can smell your breath from here.
It's a little uncalled for.
It's up to me and my bracelet. I don't know why, but the bracelet helps. Somehow touching it helps me focus.
Yeah, that's called ADD.
Let's give it a shot. Bring
It's his
down that
fidget
testimony.
toy.
It's not a half-a-year-old chart. It's not a half-a-year-old chart. We don't even need to find a nervous tick. There's literally evidence that disproves that. I mean, find out. Why would I go to the clinic
Can we switch screens?
Not yet. For a half-a-year-old card. I don't think there was anything.
Switch it. We can't see the rest of her.
Well, wait.
You can move to look at more than her face.
Oh, I can.
I was gonna say, yeah. Let these go on for so long.
Swear. Oh, does she move
Here
her
it
ring?
is.
I think she moves her ring. There it is. Right there. Gotcha! Why go to the clinic for half-a-year-old chart now, you ask? But you know why you would go now, don't you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Quite clear, Miss Tiala. You have a nervous habit. The moment you said the word now, you used your right thumb to fiddle with your ring.
What?
What the fuck does that mean?
Hey, I'm
Listen,
sorry.
I'm gonna be real. If I was on the witness stand and a prosecutor did that, I'd be like, "The fuck are you talking about?"
Bro, I just realized Apollo literally pulling out the JoJo stand logic. Like, unironically, this feels like an argument that one of the JoJo protagonists would have.
She was unsure. I saw it. Now. That's the key word. The chart wasn't a part of your past. It was clear and a present threat.
That's ridiculous. Why, if that were the case, I would have had 6 months to do something about it.
Indeed. Which means something happened quite recently. Something to make that chart a problem for you now.
Meep.
I've got her on the ropes. Now I can feel it. Time to strike the killing blow with evidence.
Ebidante.
Miss Tiala, there's no use trying to hide it. The chart became a threat to you now because of this. The bullet?
No, it's probably the checkup report because Walkie then learned about the bullet being in him.
Right. He didn't. Oh, yeah, because the checkup is how he learned
Yeah.
that the surgery was
Because
botched.
basically the doctor, yeah.
That happened in June.
Yeah.
Yes. A health checkup report belonging to the defendant. The Katakis are trying to get out of the business. The health checkup this month was their first ever. What did you think when you heard about this?
Nothing. Why should I think about anything?
Oh? I would think you were positively beside yourself. 'Cause you were afraid. You knew that Walkie's chest x-ray would reveal. A full half year had passed since the operation. You thought you were home free when the chart came back to haunt you.
She fucking explodes.
Fucking detonates. That's all, Your Honor. Strike a pose.
Ace Attorney, what is this? Need to stop having like these breakdowns.
What just happened? I didn't hear anything.
Lawyering, Your Honor.
Did the witness just admit to lying, or did she have a hernia, or
something
did
more
she
erotic?
I don't know. She's sweating a lot. What do I do?
Honestly, it could still be any three of those.
I sensed it.
You sussed it out?
There was a great aura emanating from her forehead.
Really now?
Very cool.
Thank you.
So the lady was lying, it seems. That's correct. She said she had no connection to the Maractus Clinic, but her connection was deep indeed. A bit too deep. If the Katakis got a hold of this chart with her name, she'd be finished. Isn't that right, Miss Tiala?
You guessed.
I did it. I broke her testimony.
Amazing, Apollo. I didn't see it at all. I fell asleep. Daddy was right about you. Wait.
Yeah, she's gonna spin this to...
Well,
she was getting charged.
well, here's the thing. She's gonna be like,
I still didn't murder him.
Yeah, and then we're gonna pull up those slippers and be like, ah, fuck, you didn't. You were there. The scene of the crime. The footprints were left by you. Right by the cart where the bullet was fired.
Miss Tiala?
It's true. That chart was bad news for me. And that's why I went to meet the doctor that day. But that's all. I told him about walking and went home.
I smell bullshit. It appears this cross-examination is far from over. What? She hid the truth from us. This is clear, yet it is not clear that this truth has anything to do with the case at hand.
Very well. The witness will add this to her testimony. And we'll have a bit more cross-examination.
X with your arms.
Good job.
Ah, it was so close.
You're still close. Keep on her, Apollo. Kick her ass.
Nothing happened at all, bitch. I warned him and left. Yay.
Well, okay. Question. Nothing happened at all, but there was a bullet in the safe where the thing was kept?
Huh?
Nothing happened at all, huh? How did Dr. Maractus respond to the warning?
Oh, he was quite surprised. Panicky, even. Who wouldn't be scared to learn a Kataki was after them?
Incidentally, this court is not afraid of any monsters.
Just want to put that out there for legal reasons.
Slowly, goes to the officer on hand and goes,
You are gonna protect me, right? You catch a bullet for me?
I am actually very scared of monsters.
I'm actually terrified. Can we get a new judge on the case? No? Why, we had a life-threatening situation just yesterday, right out here in this courtroom.
Fucking don't it?
yeah, real impressive the way you stood up to the attack of the amazing Mr. Hat, sir. After which, I carried you back to your chambers.
Huh. The judge had quite a fright.
Nothing happened in Dr. Maractus' office that day, huh?
But what about the mess we found? Something definitely happened in that office, Apollo.
I know. We can't prove when it happened. Nor that Alita Tiala was in any way involved.
Well, let's try putting some evidence up anyway.
No way she went to that clinic just to warn him.
Well, do you know what
I'm trying to figure out what really happened at that
If I
clinic.
ignore me.
Fast. You don't know anything. You don't know anything. Oops. Too much. I clicked too fast.
Whoopsie
I'm too
doopsies.
fast at clicking. I clicked too fast. Warn him, timid man. Why would I go to your old chart? Nothing happened at all. I want to present the bullet, right? Because that's from Kataki's gun.
Yeah. Sus.
And is in the safe where her file is.
Suspicious.
I call that sussy baka material. Oh yeah.
Love when music does.
Oh yeah.
Ouija time.
Ouija time. You say nothing happened in the doctor's office? I disagree. Take a look at this.
What's that? It looks like a squished up ball of clay. Kind of like you, actually.
Damn, scathing.
Wow. This bullet was found in the Maractus Clinic office. Something did happen in that office, Miss Tiala. Enough of this joking around. The police investigated that
I
clinic.
didn't open the fucking
Ah, but this was stuck inside the doctor's safe.
How'd you get in there? Oh, let's not
Inside
ask
the
that.
safe?
I guess the police didn't check that far.
But there is a problem. How can you say that bullet was fired on that day? It's from the same gun. Weren't you the one who explained rifling marks to us? The pistol was taken from the Kataki mansion that day. If the marks on this bullet match the murder weapon, then that proves a firearm was discharged in that office on the day of the murder.
More or less.
More or less. Not bad, Air Forehead. Not bad.
No.
Bailiff, have this bullet analyzed immediately.
The bailiff picks it up and says, "Yes, sir." And then he puts it in his mouth. He rolls it around for a little bit, and he spits it out. And he says,
It
"Sounds
matches."
good, sir. It matches. I can identify any bullet and match to its gun by taste."
30 minutes of gargling later.
That's all. You know, Cockculling, what he does to that cherry.
This
That's
this
what
guard
the
is
bailiff
doing
is
to the
doing
bullet.
to the bullet.
The rifling marks on both bullets are identical. Well, shit.
And also, not a very high quality
Well.
case.
It seems as though the bullet in the safe was fired from the murder weapon.
Stop snapping at me.
He's really not good at snapping.
No,
Can't
it's like
make any
when you
sound.
try to do it with your left hand. Well, fuck you. I can do it on my right. It literally sounds like the clicking button on the Ace. Stop. Anyways.
Perhaps the defense would like to state their position.
The bullet in that safe proves one fact. A pistol was fired in that office on that day. And at the time of the firing, the safe was open. The safe, which contained the top secret chart.
Do you think someone was threatening Dr. Maractus in order to open the safe?
Only one person was in a position to do such a thing. Our witness, Alita Tiala.
Order! Order! Ah! Mr. Justice, where are you going with this? Are you accusing the witness?
Alita Tiala knew about Waki Kataki's botched operation. She got engaged to him without telling him about it. As long as that bullet remained in his chest, his days were numbered. What if she married him, and then the bullet finally reached its destination?
What? Oh my god.
I never even considered.
That reminds me. Apparently, the Katakis have been asserting themselves in lawful business practices. They're making quite a great deal of money. A fortune, if you will.
Nefarious. So she planned to marry him just to get her hands on this fortune.
You keep talking trash about my Alita, I'll turn your dick into Swiss cheese.
Where'd you get that one from?
I don't know. And I'll sue you, lawyer man. Me? Yeah. You said you'd abuse my Alita. Fucking what? I think you mean accuse. Same difference! Well, you can't have her! She's mine! It was me! I shot that doctor! Me! He left me to die, so I left him to die too! There in that park! Walkie, just cool down a second. You keep your hands off my Alita, or I'll...
T.
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 Miss Tiala?
I'm sorry. I was just thinking of a movie. It's been so long since I've laughed that hard.
Something funny?
Yeah, the movie. Also Walkie. Wake up and smell reality.
Alita, baby. Baby girl. My sweet Alita. Battle angel.
The signature on the chart, the engagement. I mean, come on. It's so obvious. Like, even for a brainless, spoiled fucking all, such as yourself.
Alita? Your honor. Your honesty is like... Your honesty is like a breath of foul air, Fraulein.
Hey, I wasn't getting out of this clean anyway.
So, the family fortune is what you're really after.
That's right. I wanted the money.
Who wouldn't? No way! That's whack! I ain't trying to hear that!
Should have done the wedding earlier. Oh well. By the way, can I ask you a question?
Who, me?
I believe you said you were going to abuse me?
Accuse! Jesus Christ.
Of what crime, might I ask?
Huh?
Oh, I'm a bad girl, sure. I got close to that brat because I wanted his money. But he was the one with the gun.
It rhymes better than pistol.
He could have fired it into the safe after I'd already left the clinic.
What?
I would never do a thing like that. He was definitely that silly brat.
Wait. But...
What the fuck are you talking about?
Drucy?
You had the most to lose if that chart was found. But I didn't have a pistol, now did I?
We don't know that.
We don't have proof of that.
We don't know that.
Well, fuck it! Fucking, you could have fucking taken fucking... You'd think he'd have mentioned that, no? All I've heard him say is it was me, I shot him, blah, blah, blah.
That's only because he's trying to protect you. Sorry to intrude on this lovely conversation.
But it is time.
For tea. But the two of you are forgetting one critical point.
What point?
Certainly, the Fraulein wanted that chart. You assume she threatened the doctor into opening that safe, but then... Wouldn't she have taken the chart? I know, I'm actually kind of confused on this as well. Because there was no mark of bullets on the outside of the safe, right? Only on the inside. So it was fired while it was already open. And the chart was still in there. So I got no clue, man.
Oh. Yeah.
You see? That chart wouldn't have been left in that safe. He's right.
Miss Tiala.
Yeah?
It is clear to the court that you are a very bad girl.
Oh, I'm flattered.
Perhaps it's time you told us the truth. Tell us about yourself, including your actions and whereabouts on that day.
Don't forget, we've proven that you were at the Maractus Clinic on the day of the crime.
The Maractus Clinic 2!
Part 2!
So, Noni. Yes, I went to the clinic that day to speak to the doctor. I wanted that chart, but I failed to get it, so I went back to the clinic later. In any case, I didn't shoot him. You don't even have proof I stole that pistol, do you? And that brat was spotted in the park at the moment of the crime. Frankly, I don't think it matters if Dr. Maractus was shot in the temple or not.
Did you know that? How'd you know that?
Interesting.
Interesting. Interesting that she knew that.
Interesting.
Kind of strange, if you ask me.
You went back later?
That chart was dangerous, you understand. I needed to get rid of it. That's why I went that day.
But you couldn't get the chart then, could you?
And later that night, Dr. Maractus was shot. I heard about the shooting, waited a day, but then I had to go back. No easy feat with the cops all over the place.
Ah, that was you.
Boom.
Someone's in there. Break-in. They left through that window. But they completely failed. I don't understand what they were really... So you were the burglar.
That was you two? If only I had one more minute. Then I could have opened that safe and gotten the chart.
What? That's trespassing! And brazen at that!
Yeah. Is this a trial for trespassing now? Besides, you can't blame a girl for wanting to protect herself. They are gangsters, you know.
In any case, Mr. Justice, your cross-examination.
Please. Admitting the little crime to avoid the big one.
Correct is quick.
Stony!
Why? Why that day?
That brat was uncontrollable. He was ready to kill. And that would bring in the police. And that chart would become evidence, and, well, everything that's happening now, I'd be hung out to dry. But the police didn't check the safe, did they?
Well, they thought the crime scene was the park. I'll make sure the responsible parties feel the heat.
Feel the heat.
Such sloppiness won't be tolerated, yeah? Kind of thankful for that sloppiness myself, actually.
I wanted to get that chart, but I failed to get it. So I fucked.
Later that night!
Yeah. When I heard what happened, well, I was too scared to do anything that day. So I waited until the day after. The 16th, was it? Of course, you and that meddling kid had to get in my way.
But why did Dr. Maractus keep that chart around? It was clearly dangerous for him. Could have burned it.
Oh, because he's a coward. The chart was his insurance.
Insurance?
My signature on that chart, to be more specific. That made sure I couldn't betray him.
Proof that she had the pistol. But you could have stolen it again.
Could have. Is this some new definition of proof?
We'll ask Walkie. He'll tell us. No, he won't. Might I remind you, this is a cross-examination. You might want to keep your baseless theories to yourself.
And that brat was Spartan?
Yeah, but... Orange slices.
But what? You have nothing to say. This case is over. It was over the moment that brat was seen in the park. What's the point in dragging it out any further?
The doctor was shot in the right temple, yes?
So it seems.
Let's review the facts again, shall we? Actually, a review I appreciate. If the killer shot from this location, the bullet would have struck our victim square in the forehead. However, the entry wound was in the right temple.
Yes, we heard testimony on this yesterday. At the time of the shooting, the witness was standing there.
Didn't we establish that he was standing up here by the trash can where he dropped off the panties?
Mm-hmm.
So, what the fuck, Judge? Judge.
Hang on.
Just before the gun was fired, he shouted. The victim turned his head and was shot.
You
Oh my
fucking
God.
idiot.
But that testimony was proven to be a lie. Our egregious panty snatcher, Mr. Stickler, did witness the crime, but he was standing to the north, next to the trash can where he tossed those panties. If Mr. Stickler shouted from the location, the bullet couldn't hit his right temple.
Silly attorney.
What?
Do you remember what you had for breakfast that morning?
Pancakes with olive oil.
You fucking what?
Do you remember your breakfast, Trucy?
Yeah. Scrambled eggs and milk. Together.
In one bowl.
I'll admit, not my greatest invention. What matters is one thing. The doctor was shot in his right temple.
It does matter. Fucking.
Yeah, if that's the case, there can only be one explanation. The panties guy was mistaken.
No. No, that's stupid. We have physical evidence to place him there. Oh my God. But his location was proven.
They'd really be putting you in a
We had
shoes.
hold on. We had footprints that matched his.
Yeah.
And the trash can with the panties that he dropped off that we prove he stole it.
Yeah.
We know he was there.
They really be putting us in his shoes.
Then why don't you show us her forehead? Show you? What? Must I explain everything? Very well. Let's recap. If the witness panties guy was standing to the north, then where was the shooter standing? From what location did the killer shoot the victim? Within the stand.
But wait, if the witness was standing there, how could anyone shoot the victim in the right temple?
I merely laid out the facts for us. It is up to the one possessing the shiny forehead to show us. If you can, that is. Kentucky was standing at the killer mark. Wesley Stickler is at the witness mark. And of course, Paul Maractus is at the victim. Inside the stand.
Let's hear what the defense has to say.
The enemies.
Where was the killer standing around when he shot the victim?
Killer mark, witness mark, someplace else.
Stand up.
As the facts stand now, we can't explain this crime without contradicting ourselves at some point. But I know why. The real killer shot from an entirely different location.
What the fuck are you talking about? I don't see any other place.
Apparently, Mr. Justice does. He's just good like that. Let's hear
Reminds
it.
me of a certain bird.
Bird?
Fire.
What?
Phoenix.
Yeah, wow, that was a stretch.
I'm role
Bird
playing the
before
idiot
tonight.
judge. Fine.
It's time to raise the roof and the stakes.
Dance, dance.
Where'd you get that DDR pad?
Have you ever
Editors
watched
are
a
such
movie called
frightening
Monsters
things,
vs.
don't you
Aliens?
But what if they were a bit more terrifying?
Where's the guitar sounds coming from? How'd he do that?
He's got a pedal underneath that activates his kick
so.
pad that just automatically plays
Double
it.
penalty?
Air Forehead wishes to take us in a new direction. Then he must be ready for the challenges ahead. Challenge accepted. It's justice time.
It's justice time.
He said that in his head.
Are you sure,
He said that
Apollo?
in his head. The key is the witness, Mr. Stickler's testimony. If we believe that, and we know where he stood, that the victim turned when he shouted, There's only one place the killer could have been.
And that's...
The killer shot the victim from here! I believe we all owe a debt of gratitude to Miss Alita Tiala.
Woo!
Woo! Yeah!
What do you mean?
Thanks to you, we had a chance to review the crime. And this time, we were prepared. We know that Wesley Stickler was telling the truth. We should have listened to him from the beginning. Wesley Stickler was standing next to the trash can where he saw the two men. He shouted, just as he told us in his testimony.
I love that stick people have little asses.
And the victim turned to look in his direction. A shot was fired. The victim was hit in the right temple.
Oh no! He's dead! Sorry, caught up in the storytelling.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, baby.
Oh, yeah.
Which direction was his right temple facing at that moment? That's right, toward the noodle stand.
Noodles.
Order! Order in the court! So, you're saying the killer was inside the noodle stand?
Let's think about this for a bit more, shall we? You say the killer was inside the noodle stand, which would mean the victim, Dr. Maractus, came to the park, revealing his own murderer in the cart behind him?
Fucked up, right?
This is the most ridiculous shit I've ever heard. I think you'd notice if you were pulling someone along.
Not really. Not if they were in the cart full of, coverings and stuff. There's something we should worry about before that. Why was he pulling the noodle stand in the first place? Let's deal with our problem one at a time, shall we? Someone was hiding in the stand. We have not come this far to talk about possibilities.
And this possibility.
Let's talk about proof.
Baby!
Baby! Show us evidence that proves someone was in the stand. Enemy stand!
Enemy stand located.
Can I prove that?
Fire at will.
You want evidence that someone was in the stand? Well, I got it! I mean, I do, right? Right?
Yes, we do. Do you want to know how?
The sandals?
Yeah. Do you know why? I just want to know if you know.
Because the
before.
footprint of the sandals was found right next to the cart.
Yeah, with no footprints leading to
with
it.
no footprints leading to it.
Yep.
Big print found in this left side. Doesn't quite say it, but
I'm pretty sure that's it. I mean, let's review everything else, I guess, but
I mean, there isn't much else.
that's the only one that makes sense.
That is the only one that makes sense. So I'm gonna say that.
Well, I got it!
Well, I've got it! I've got it right here!
Intriguing. Let's see what you've got.
Yes.
Show us the proof that someone was hiding in the noodle stand.
The Maractus Clinic, and they're covered with paint. These slippers were found in a trash can near the crime scene. And a single slipper print was found at the scene, right next to the noodle stand. Oh, and Miss Tiala, your toe print was found on the left slipper.
Fuck!
In other words, this is proof that you were inside that noodle stand!
Slam.
Yet there was only one slipper mark found at the scene.
Yeah, that's almost more sus.
Can this be called a footprint in good faith?
Yeah, it is still a footprint.
Observe the diagram. A park pathway runs right next to the slipper mark. A slipper wouldn't leave a trace in a cobblestone path. Yet you still cannot say this is a footprint, yeah? Why not? You have an impression left by a single slipper. What if it was on the stand and simply fell to the ground?
And made a pression into the ground? You have to have weight,
well,
bitch.
we can. Well, he's asking. What? That doesn't make any sense. I mean, it's
Then
stupid.
why was her slipper?
That's just dumb.
Damn.
One more thing. A noodle stand is typically cluttered with the tools of the noodle maker trade. There's one room for a person to ride. There's no room for a person to ride in there.
Fun turnip vegetables.
You have a point. Could someone have hidden in that stand?
Apollo, I think I might be onto something. I think I figured out one of our pieces of evidence. In order to make room in the stand, some things would have to be shimmy.
Well, Mr. Justice, do you have proof that someone could be hidden in the stand?
So I'm pretty sure it's the noodle bowls that were in the lobby. Oh.
Retrieved from Eldune's house.
Was it not in the lobby?
Fuck, something got taken out, but I can't recall. That would make sense for.
Oh, God.
It's got to be the bowl, right? Because I swear we found bowls in the. Because think about it, it's full of noodle making stuff. How do you get a body in there? You take out some of the noodle making stuff.
Yeah, but it doesn't say. It just said it was taken from Eldune's house.
It's gotta be.
Wait! Didn't Eldune say that he took stuff out? That Eldune himself took stuff out.
No, when we returned the bowl to him, I think he was happy that we found it. It's the bowl.
Okay, we'll just say it's the bowl.
It's gotta be the bowl.
I can prove one thing. Someone did scheme to clear space in that stand.
It's gotta be the bowl.
Wait. Scheme? I mean, the bowl is the only thing that matches.
Yeah, the
isn't it?
bowl's the only.
This is a noodle bowl from the Stellan Eldune's noodle stand.
Yes, and what about it?
We discovered a large quantity of these bowls yesterday.
I was right.
They were in the lobby of Maractus Clinic.
The one that we have is just an example that we were given,
That's
but
right.
the rest were actually in the lobby.
A large quantity of noodle bowls in the victim's clinic?
Suspicious.
Mr. Eldune was very clear about those bowls. Well, I don't care who did it. Without that stand, I'm finished. All my noodle bowls were in there, too. Never actually remember what voice I had for him. Yet the bowls were removed. That night, there was space inside that noodle stand. Space created at the Maractus Clinic, no less. Right around the time that you were there, Miss Alita Tiala.
Trissy looked confused as fuck.
I won't listen any more of these wild fantasies. No, not fantasies. They're worse lies than that spoiled brat's pickup lines.
I would like to remind the witness of her current status. SOL.
Also single.
This court does not consider you entirely innocent.
Show me an innocent. I'll show you a fairy tale.
Damn.
In any case, I don't know what that means. The defense has somehow made its point. The witness had both a motive and an opportunity to kill Dr. Maractus.
More fairy tales. This whole trial's a fairy tale.
Then please, pull us back down to reality, Miss Tiala. I'm giving you one last chance to explain yourself.
Go ahead, make up
This is
some
it.
bullshit.
Why was Dr. Maractus pulling that stand that night? And what was Alita Tiala doing inside it? Time to get to the bottom of this case.
That night, I went to ask Dr. Maractus for the chart. I had no intention of ever letting that chart fall into the Kitaki family's hands. But Dr. Maractus didn't understand. For some reason, he thought the Kitakis had sent me. So I gave up and went home. All I did was talk to him.
Once again, we know that's bullshit. Bullets don't just appear in safes. You knew about the botched operation, so you tried to get rid of the chart to save yourself.
I won't make excuses. And I did warned the good doctor. I gave him a chance. I told him that Brett got his health checkup report. And that he was coming to settle the score.
I see. Very well, Mr. Justice. Begin your cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor. It's the last testimony. Either I perceive the truth or it's over. Understand. Send me. I have to perceive the truth. She's in the position to fuck up in this one. It's only this one.
I will. Okay, let me say right now.
Since we called it out, she knows.
Yeah, let me say right now. Victims will change from time to time.
Okay. Understand.
Or not victims, witnesses.
All I did was talk to her. I think I need to, this one is like the most obvious point to lie. Right.
Yeah.
Gave up. Right there. Oh, I missed it. Wait, nope,
No,
she's still doing it. Gotcha!
Bitcha!
Bitch! All I did was talk and lie.
Apollo! Kind of bad.
What? Show me proof.
Pretty sure about this one. I think I'm getting the hang of this. A little slip in confidence and they give it all away.
Alright, give it away.
The proof is you, Miss Tiala. All I did was talk to him, you claim? Yet you can't hide your own nervous twitch when you say those words.
My twitch. What are you talking about?
You have a habit of scratching the area of your neck around the edge of your scarf.
What?
This... Man, I don't know how I feel about this gimmick. Because this would so not fly in any court of law.
So, no, this is gonna sound dumb considering, Maya can literally summon fucking ghosts to possess her and shit, right? And Lord knows the later games get some supernatural stuff, but I agree, this always felt...
Just...
This felt a bit much, if only because of how small it is. Maya's whole spirit thing felt like it was just exaggerated enough to feel, like, out there. This feels a little like it's not exaggerated enough.
Because all that's happening is we're saying you're lying. Which Phoenix in previous games has straight up said, and they asked for proof and a bunch of other stuff and evidence and things like that. And all we're doing here is just saying you're lying and somehow getting away with that. I don't know.
That's my main issue here. Is it's not even really the almost supernatural nature of his like ability to sense it and stuff.
No,
it's just
how it applies to the case itself.
It feels inconsequential in the grand scheme of things. I do think like picking up on like the twitches could be cool, but
I feel like it should be, I don't know, it feels like it should be written differently where it's rather than just saying you're lying, we press specifically on that option.
Yeah. On like that part of the sentence.
Have her rework with that and go into more detail on that specific part of the sentence so that we can call out contradictions. Mm-hmm. That could make more sense.
Like, for instance, if it was an alternate way to press someone to get specific details for a specific thing.
Exactly.
Honestly, as it stands right now, it kind of feels like in the Layton crossover, how sometimes another person will make a sound and you'll go to them, except that felt more organic.
Well, that's because you're catching people out when they're least expecting it.
It's like, I felt like that was more organically woven. And to be fair, this was the last game that Shu Takumi made before directly moving to the crossover. So that was probably a natural evolution.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a whole lot less spectacle and cool, quote unquote, in concept, but I do feel like it worked better. Anyways.
Her unconscious actions tell the truth she won't say. Habits and lies. 2 dots. Connect the dots and find the truth.
I've connected them. You haven't connected shit. I've connected.
Watch
Don't
this.
Look at me like that.
It seems that when you recall what really happened in that office, you can't keep your hands off your neck, can you? The only way I'll accept this gimmick is if we do it to like a bird or something. The dog's lying because it scratches its ear.
That's fucking amazing. I will say though, this is one instance where like I do recall it actually is somewhat plot relevant.
It seems that nervous habits are unconscious reactions that manifest when someone is trying to hide something. You can't hide behind your scarf, Miss Tiala. Something happened between you and the victim in the Maractus Clinic office. And I've got proof that shows exactly what happened. The bullet again?
One thing we haven't used yet.
The lamp that has blood on it. Right?
It's a red mark, but we can be pretty sure it's not
Pretty
paint.
sure it's not.
What's that?
I've never seen that before in my life.
It looks like a weird elbow lamp.
You're touching your scarf again.
Oh, shit!
There's something unusual about this lamp. The bulb is broken, and there's a red splotch on the cord. Seeing how you hide your neck, I think I could come up with a plausible explanation for the lamp's state.
Well, spit it out. This talking in circles nonsense is killing me.
Very well. The answer is very simple, Miss Alita Tiala.
Well,
Please remove your scarf.
I wear it for religious purposes. So
Oh, see? Yeah, this is like a worse version of, what's his face? Von Karstein scratching his shoulder.
Von Karma.
Von Karma. That's a Warhammer character. This is a trial to determine what happened in that park. Yet we seem to have drifted off target.
Yeah, you have to get to the truth in
Yeah.
this game.
We'll find out soon enough if we're drifting.
Deja vu.
I've been in this place before, higher on the street! The witness removes her scarf.
I won't do it. This is insane. I'm an unrelated third party. You can't order me to remove. Fuck!
Miss Tiala, I'm afraid you've forgotten that what's already been proven.
What?
You're hardly unrelated. Please remove your scarf.
You worked for the dude that died, and you're banging the dude that killed him.
No.
I knew it! She's got a tattoo of a butterfly.
And the butterfly obviously connects to the known crime organization, the Mariposas.
Your neck? That isn't what I think it is.
Something did happen that night at the Maractus Clinic. You needed to get that chart back, no matter what it took. Even if you had to steal your fiance's pistol to do it.
But wait. Looking at this lamp and the witness's neck, it looks like the very opposite happened.
Exactly. The victim in the clinic that night was her, because the doctor thought she was sent by the Katakis.
Wasn't necessarily lying.
Right. He thought she was sent by the Katakis, so he attacked her in defense of himself. She must have discharged the bullet on accident while the safe was open. She ran away, hiding in the noodle stand, and he closed the chart. Or closed the safe. And we don't know why he was dragging the noodle stand.
Don't worry, you'll get there.
We'll get there. I know we'll get there, but I'm starting to connect the dots. Was the witness, specifically. You tried to threaten Dr. Maractus, and he attacked you. That's what happened that night at the Maractus Clinic.
Will someone please tell me what's happening? I don't understand. Judge is confused.
I told you the truth already. I went to the clinic that night to warn Dr. Maractus.
Yeah,
With
look
a
at that
gun!
warning.
With a
What a
gun!
warning.
That gangster knows everything. He's coming for you. And I'm gonna fucking shoot you now if you don't give me that fucking chart.
Looks like my clinic's seen its last patient.
We have to get rid of that chart. Quick, open your safe. Give it to me.
So you can save your own skin?
What?
I know what you're up to. You want in the family. And if they see that chart, you're finished. Leaving me holding the short straw. But if I'm going down, I'll want some company. You!
And what happened next?
He jumped at me, knocked me to the floor. Then he took that cord. Carl Maractus was serious. Deadly serious. He really tried to strangle me. I must have blacked out.
Oh my god. He put her in the back of the noodle stand. He thought she was dead and was gonna dispose of the body.
Looks less inconspicuous if you're
Carrying the
pulling
noodle
stand.
stand. Oh, and she woke up, still had her gun for some reason. Well done, Maractus. And shot him in the head. Oh, it makes sense. Oh, it's so clear. Now the rain is gone. There's a good chance that she didn't even know Waki was there when she shot him. All she heard was some dude yell, and then she pulled the trigger. And the red splotch on the cord was your lipstick?
Oh, it's blood, I guess.
I don't want to remember that night. That's why I didn't bring it up. There. Are you happy now?
Not quite.
I was out cold, almost killed. And you claim I then snuck into that noodle stand? But how could I?
You didn't sneak in. He put you there.
Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. Well, one thing is clear. We now know what really happened at the Maractus Clinic. And it would seem that our victim was not entirely without himself to blame.
I'm sorry. I get so nervous just thinking about it. It's hard to breathe. I've told you everything. Can I go home now?
You bear some responsibility for events that day, true. Yet, if you are also a victim, this court would owe you some sympathy. Well, Mr. Justice, I believe this clears up the remaining questions for Miss Tiala.
When did this happen? Suddenly everyone's sympathizing with her?
I don't know what to think anymore, Apollo.
I've already solved the case.
I mean, is that it? Do we know everything we need to know about Miss Tiala?
No.
Very well. This finishes the cross-examination of this... what now? Oh, good lord.
Oh, he's letting it sizzle. Oh, he's really letting it sizzle.
Not so fast. This party's just getting started. Now we rock. What? What? Those spikes on your head are softer than they look.
Well, they are hair.
Oh, they're made of hair. But do you not have the stomach to go all the way?
Prosecutor Gavin?
I don't need your help. Hal Maractus choked Alita Tiala. She fell unconscious. But what happened next?
Oh, yeah. You knew that, right?
I did. But she was choked hard enough to leave that mark. She would have been out for a while.
Even still, what if it was her in that noodle stand?
Alita Tiala, half dead, Dr. Maractus pulling that stand, and a bullet fired from inside the noodle stand.
What if it's all true? We might have already figured out what truly...
Yeah, shut up, Trish. He, puts his hand against her face. Shut up, little Trish.
Miss Alita Tiala, as you can see, we're not through with you just yet.
You really want to blame me for this murder, don't you? You too, Prosecutor Gavin. What the hell?
Me? Fraulein, I only wish to know the truth. Well, let's go back over what we've learned up till now. On the day of the murder, Walkie saw his checkup report, from which he learned about the bullet still inside him. So, he took a pistol from the family stash, with the intent to give Dr. Maractus some of his own medicine.
And Miss Tiala heard about this from Walkie. So she went to the Maractus clinic ahead of him.
Hey, look what I can do. I can do that thing.
Yeah, no.
In order to get rid of the chart with her signature.
But then, something happened.
Yeah.
Sounds like you figured it all out. But remember, I was the victim. I was out cold.
But what about Dr. Maractus? That does seem to be the problem. He had just strangled Alita Tiala, perhaps he thought to death. What did he do after his crime?
I was just knocked out, not dead.
From the state of his clinic and the scene in the park, I think it's clear what the good doctor did next. Well, Herr Forehead, care to guess?
Well, Mr. Justice,
Kinda
what did
guess.
Dr. Maractus do?
He did think he killed Alita. Do I have evidence to show what he did next?
Noodle. You really were
Uh-huh.
dreaming about Noodle?
The noodle stand, right?
Noodle.
Noodles. As his next move, Dr. Maractus stole Guy Eldoon's noodle stand.
What? Killing me disturbed him that much? So much he randomly stole a noodle stand?
It wasn't so random. Remember all the bowls in the clinic's foyer? Bowls that belonged inside that stand? I think it's pretty obvious, don't you? That stand was at the clinic. However, the question is, why did he remove the bowls?
Maybe because the stand was empty.
Or he wanted to put something in the stand in their place.
Ah, wait, you don't mean...
I
Oh,
do.
I do. Oh, I do.
Dr. Maractus did replace those bowls with something. Your corpse, Miss Tiala!
My corpse?
Dr. Maractus panicked. He thought he'd killed you. His next move would be to dispose of the body.
That's crazy talk. You're all fucking crazy. You're insane. I must.
Then let's think about it, logically. The doctor had a place to dispose of you in mind. But on his way there, who should he run into but the defendant, Walkie Kataki? I question your logic.
What's this, Prosecutor Gavin?
The park is a dead end. Why would he head in that direction to begin with?
That's right. He had no reason to go there. Oh, now I get it. He was a trick. That spoiled brat made him do it. He made the doctor steal the stand.
Oh, I didn't know about this. Tell me, why would someone go to a dead end? Unless the park was his destination.
What?
Apparently, the defense has an idea. Tell us where Dr. Maractus was heading with the stand.
The creek. Throw your body fucking in the river.
Freaking dragging that stand.
Bingo.
There? That's a river.
Yes, Your Honor. I scarcely need to explain why. A perfect place to dispose of a body.
He was gonna throw me into that river?
He didn't have many other options, Fraulein.
Huh.
I believe this clears up all of the remaining questions. The victim pulling the stand and the defendant before him. And inside the stand, you, Miss Alita Tiala. And then, the denouement. Wesley Stickler, of panty-snatching fame, walks up. Seeing the two men, he shouts in that instant.
Stop this nonsense, motherfucker. Why did the stiff ears have little asses?
Posing.
Jojo pose.
Jojo.
So, I shot him.
You were the only one who could have stolen Walkie's pistol. It had to be you. And clearly Walkie didn't have a pistol. He left the knife at the scene of the crime.
Well, Miss Tiala?
Nice work. Really?
You mean I'm right?
I mean, you've done a
No,
fine
you're
job dreaming up a
Apollo.
story. No, you're Justice. To get that spoiled brat off the hook. You're the one who's dreaming, bitch. Apollo's backed up everything he said with facts. And magic. If you're so sure he's making it up, give us another reason. Why was Dr. Maractus pulling that stand through the park? Oh, who knows? But there's one gaping hole in your logic. I think Mr. Gavin knows whereof I speak.
Where of what?
Where of what of
I
who?
can't believe she's still trying to deny this.
Is this true, Prosecutor Gavin?
No, I have no idea what she's talking about.
She fucking.
Must I always be the one to point out our forehead's errors? Ah! Maybe there really is something. I believe the Fraulein speaks of a doctor's car. His car?
That's right. The Maractus clinic is that big garage.
In which sat a green sports car, was it?
Why would he steal the stand in the first place? If he wanted to carry a body, he would have used his car.
He couldn't, because he ran someone over with it.
No, that's not the reason why, actually. Ran it over with him earlier in the night. What did we find in the car?
What did we find in the car? Was it the report?
No.
No.
It was a while ago, so you might not know. But
I don't remember.
click on Teresa's Candy, see if it says it.
Oh yeah, this was there, so the car wasn't moved.
It wouldn't
when it was
have-
put there.
But it wouldn't have been able to run, because...
Right. Right. And so we find our victim without probable cause to steal that stand. And our defense without a case.
Yeah, I have an idea. Yeah. You know that green car? Yeah. Can't run. Just broke.
What excellent counter-argument, Fraulein. Too bad you're quite wrong.
No, I'm not.
Don't tell me you've forgotten what happened to your daddy.
That was earlier. Daddy? Oh.
That's right.
Mama.
That night, the car that hit Mr. Wright
He just accepted that
was
shit.
that green sports car.
Oh, yes. I'd nearly forgotten about that.
Afterward, he drove it back to that garage. It ran fine. But then it stopped for some inexplicable reason
So why
because...
didn't he use his beloved sports car?
Slam.
A glaring contradiction, to be sure. More glaring than your forehead. Enough with the forehead, dude.
It's not even that
Please.
big, man.
It's fine. His forehead's fine.
He just has his hair slicked back. Like, he doesn't have bangs.
Order!
Well, Mr. Justice, why did Dr. Maractus use his car to carry the body?
Is that a groan of surrender I hear?
Maybe no.
Some advice. Now's a good time to review all you know. Everything you've learned over the last 2 days. I know what it is. I know what it is.
Mr. Justice, this contradiction casts doubt on your entire case.
Entire case?
This is truly your last chance. The defense will explain to what has happened that night.
Stole the stand. Carried the body to the car. The car didn't run. I have an idea. It's all coming together. That night, Dr. Maractus couldn't use his car.
Now you're making even less sense than usual.
Not according to my information, Miss Tiala. Put 1 and 1 together and the explanation is 2.
3, 4,
Four.
5, 6, here we go!
If it's so simple, perhaps you can show us some evidence. Show us the proof why the car wouldn't run that night.
Pandas.
There was pandas in the car. You couldn't possibly drive around with a bunch of baby
Let's
pandas
see
rolling
now.
around.
Pandas! Again?
No, that's a later game.
All sorts of things come out of my panties.
Shut up, Trucy.
Trucy,
Okay, I'm sorry.
please stop. I demand you cease.
Even the truth.
Stop.
Unimpressed.
Another crime was committed the night of the murder. The theft of these panties. The latest in a string of similar thefts, actually. But that night, the snatcher was caught in the act. A brave young girl chased the thief until he hid. Hid in the Maractus Clinic garage.
What?
You didn't know about that, did you? The snatcher hid the panties there before running. Perhaps someone in this court remembers where he hid them.
Why, weren't they found in the car's exhaust pipe?
Exactly. By the way, I learned something yesterday. A very important piece of information. And I learned it from you, Prosecutor Gavin.
So you were here investigating, yeah?
And I was on my way home when my hog gave up the ghost. Your hog? My motorcycle won't start. A clogged exhaust pipe.
Oh, that's too bad. It's like such a nice bike, too, because we gotta nuke it.
Hard to believe it could just break from that.
Cars, motorbikes, they're all the same. Clog the exhaust and they won't run.
Why? How interesting.
While Miss Tiala and the doctor were struggling, the panty snatcher snuck into the Maractus garage. From that time until the time we found these, that car wouldn't start.
What? That's why Dr. Marax had to use the noodle stand. It was the next closest thing he could think of.
Please stop.
He finishes this and he just says, yeah.
That's correct. Well, Miss Tiala, this wraps your doubts up quite nicely, I think.
Yeah. What do you know?
Where? So dark. Empty. My throat's burning.
What's your problem?
You, Doc! I know what you did! Ugh! You lied to me! So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna give you a taste of your own medicine, man!
Wait! Let me explain!
Fine. I'll give you your last request.
Listen, you're being tricked, but not how you think. It's not just me!
No. He'll ruin everything. I have to stop it.
Cease this at once, you...
Bye.
Bang, bang. Chitty, chitty, bang, bang.
What?
Dogs barking outside.
They heard the gun.
They heard the gunshot.
Funny. This isn't the way it was
Do you know
supposed
the
to
way?
turn out. Oh well. Too bad.
I love how they diversified the jury from just being a bunch of brunette dudes to a couple of brunette dudes and some black-haired dudes.
There's still one mystery. How did you manage to disappear from that stand?
I walked. The silence after the shot, I heard the witness room.
I believe we heard as much from Wesley Stickler. He went to use a public phone to inform the police,
Which is when I made my escape.
which was when you left that slipper print.
Dr. Marax didn't bother taking my slippers off. He threw them out after I stepped in that paint, though.
That was your mistake.
No, my biggest mistake was coming to you for help, Mr. Justice.
Yeah, I would say so.
See, she did need...
I believed in you. You and your anything agency? If anyone would get Walkie declared guilty, it was you.
Bro, she really went to the worst, like, reputable place in town and was like, this'll do it.
And then it totally backfired.
Uh-huh.
I believe we've reached a conclusion of sorts. Prosecutor Gavin, how is Miss Alita Eliala? Fuck. You know what? Shit. I don't give a shit.
She's confessed to everything. We're processing her arrest now.
Tavern sure seems calm for someone who just lost.
I think he already knew. He figured out she was the killer a while ago.
I figured out she's the killer.
Everything. He lost, but I didn't exactly win either. Oh, and it completely cut off our sound. Oh man.
Oh no. How do we fix that?
I need to restart Citra.
Well, let's not do that. Sorry, no audio for the rest of this.
They're hearing it.
Oh, okay.
We're just not hearing it. Something the matter, Air Forehead?
Looks like it's time to announce a verdict.
Oh, guilty.
Yay! Woo!
Court is adjourned.
Fuck out.
I've adjourned, Mike. I've adjourned.
Everyone, everyone, get the fuck out of here.
Oh my god.
Great job, Apollo, you idiot. Oh, you did it?
You idiot, you did it. Yeah, we did. Somehow.
Walkie's off the hook. Free to become the gangsta he's always wanted to be.
Isn't he gonna die in like 3 hours?
Oh, yeah. Sucks. And he has you to thank.
Hey, attorney man! You're gonna pay for what you did to my Alita Holmes!
Hard to play, make it. Ah!
You give my Alita back!
Was the pussy that good?
Stupid pointy hair attorney with a death wish! I must have been, right? Enough.
Enough, Walkie. Yeah, it's
Enough.
a dad,
It's his
actually.
dad, probably.
Enough, Walkie.
Mr. Kataki. It's high time you opened your eyes, Walkie. What do you know, old man? I think it's about time you opened yours. Giving up the life? Trying to become some kind of businessman?
Wait. Sorry, hang on. Keep going.
Don't talk about what you don't understand, Walkie.
I'm afraid the guard is gonna get them both thrown out.
Not in jail. Wouldn't that be a happy ending?
Hey, maybe we can help them out. We know why Mr. Kataki needs to make so much money. Maybe we should tell Walkie. Oh, Walkie? Apollo has something to tell you.
Huh? I do? Way to put me on the spot. What's that?
Show him the reason why Apollo do it.
Trying to become a businessman. Was it to pay for his surgery?
Yeah.
Would I show him the chart or
Probably the check. Because that's what they
Checkout.
actually
right?
It says, urgent.
Yeah. Take that. Think about it, Walkie. Think about your condition.
The autism or
The autism or I talked with your mother, Little Plum, yesterday.
But we need a lot of money right now. Clean money, that is.
She doesn't mean you aren't really, are you?
Speaking of opening eyes.
I searched the globe and I found one. A doctor who can take that bullet out of you, Walkie. But it's an expensive procedure. Man, but you got plenty of money already, don't you? I won't use it. It was the gangster life that did this to you, Walkie. I want to help you, and I want to do it clean.
Doing it. He's doing it. One of the best tropes is big men with those eyebrows raising them slowly to open up.
Please understand, Walkie. Dad! Man, I see how it is, old man. Always you looking out for...
Walkie?
Listen good, old man! One day, I'm gonna take you out. Then we'll see who's the OG.
Actually, he'll always be the OG.
You try to hide in your business suit, I'll find you. Stupid old geezer.
Got a notification. Anyways. Walkie, what the fuck?
No, it's as it should be. Mr. Kataki, I liked it more without the puppy dog eyes. I'm glad to have met you. Not so good with words, but I know a professional job when I see one. Thank you. Who, me? I don't know. Someday, I'll bake you one of our latest, the Kataki lime pie. He's opening a pie shop? So long.
What?
I mean, a pie made by gangsters?
That's definitely a good gimmick.
It's a good gimmick, I'll give you that. And he was gone.
Oh, let's head back, Apollo. To the Right Anything Agency.
Hey, since when do I work at your agency?
Since 3 days ago. We make a good team. Don't just stand there. Let's get going.
Why not? She did help. Man, there's a few questions that still need answers. Like this power of mind.
Ability to look at things with the power of autism.
My ability to have a gimmick.
The autistic people can do this all the time. Just so you know.
If anyone can help me figure it out, it's her.
Maybe.
Maybe.
She seemed like she herself was a bit surprised.
I guess.
So.
Can't say I care for what her father has.
What a dill.
Oh, that's right. We have to go someplace first.
Huh? Where?
Why, to claim our reward from Mr. Muldoon.
Salty noodles. Right. Gotta stand back already?
Oh, and after that, you come see my show. With a special appearance by the amazing Mr. Hat.
Hey, also, I just realized, are we getting paid since the woman who hired us is now going to jail?
I mean, she should, right?
I was gonna say,
She
legally,
hired our
she'd be
services.
required,
She'd have to
right?
pay because we did our job.
And we did get walkie off, so
We did.
like,
So go to jail and also pay us.
I'm gonna have to look up how that works. Wait, I'm sure there's been no case of that in real life.
Never know. Please. Anything but him. Anything but him.
We end it here. We got a nice 2 hours.
I think that's a good stopping spot.
Lord knows each episode gets, longer and longer and
Right.
longer.
Of course. I'm happy to end that there.
Yeah.
Let's just get to a point where we can save. Yeah.
Which is right here.
Which is right there.
He's
Which is right there.
Yeah.
Right there. We did it. We did it. We so good.
We did it, guys.
We did it, guys.
Why are you tickling me?
Because
No tickle.
because